What is up, vlog? Today we're running 4 miles and it just rained, so I'm praying to God it does not rain. And let's get into our little picture. I have the Brooke running shoes, my brace, and my gray fit. Let's get into it. And let's run these 4 miles before it starts raining. God, please don't let it rain. Y'all, mile 1 done. Friends, I'm almost at mile 2, but I just finished my friend's podcast and she said to say affirmations out loud, so here's my affirmation. I am strong. I will get through this run. I am smart and I am capable. See you guys at mile 2, y'all. 2 miles done. Of course, I'm stuck in another stoplight, but y'all, do not eat like any spicy chip or like flavored chip before you run. I have these vegan barbecue chips and I feel it in my stomach and in my chest. And my AirPods are at 10%. Almost at mile 3. .5 miles, baby. 0.5 left. And just like that, 4 miles done. It was a little hard, but I pushed through 50-ish minutes. I'm not really running for pace right now. I'm still getting through an injury, so yeah. And there was little to no knee pain, so I'm grateful. Thanks for coming with me on my run, and you should totally try running. I totally forgot to put this, but after each run, I usually try to do a cool down with like a half a mile walk, as well as a stretching of my body because I don't want to get injured anymore. Last thing I want to share about from my run is what I listen to on my run. I usually run with music, but recently I started getting into podcasts, so I usually listen to Woman Evolved by Sarah Jake Roberts. And then for music, I try to listen to music that doesn't use too much profanity, because I used to do that and it would really mess up my pace. So now I listen to like worship music, and my friends just started a podcast. You should totally check it out. I actually listened to it on this run and it was really good. It's called Keeping It Real, and I will be sure to put it down in the description box below. But it's a really good podcast, and it's so like, hence the title, like they really keep it real. And something that I heard on the podcast today that really helped me is not to just think of affirmations but verbally say it aloud. And so like during my run, I might have looked like a weirdo to strangers, but I was like, I am strong, I am capable, and I will get through this run. And yeah, it really helped. So listen to them. Love Maverick City. Yeah, but if I need a hype song, I will for sure listen to a hype song, and people are looking at me, so I'm like a little scared. But yeah, see you later, friends. Bye. And today we have a grocery haul, and I have with me my favorite bread. I prefer the regular size bread, but thin slice is equally as good. And of course you have to have your bell peppers, mushroom, my favorite. Not the biggest fan of, but it's good for you, which is bananas. And I also got kiwi because it has good vitamin C. Green apples, my favorite fruit. And something I started eating recently, which is good for running because it gives you carbs and stuff, is sweet potatoes. And that's it for my grocery haul. Stay tuned for my next grocery haul. Bye, friends. Well, hello there. So the last component of my run usually looks like strength training or like a quick total body workout. So let's do that, and this helps to really prevent injuries as well as strengthen those parts needed for running. Especially for me, I have really weak glutes, so let's get into this workout. And here's a quick time lapse of the workout. beautiful it is out today in LA. Today's video, I will be sharing with you all the 4 top things that I have learned from running, and I feel like these are the most important things for me, and maybe other runners have other things, and that's totally okay. And I have them right here, so I'm gonna share it with you all right now. So number 1, I think this goes for every aspect of life, and also I'm sharing this with you because I think that everything I share you can apply to every other aspect of your life, even if you're not a runner. But if you're not a runner, also give running a try. It's so much fun. I promise you'll have a blast running. Or maybe you won't, and that's totally okay. So number 1 is knowing your why. Like, why do you do what you do? And for me, I always have to ask myself, why do I run? And it's not necessarily to look a certain way or to say like, oh yeah, I'm a runner. No, for me, I run, and this is how I even got into running, because I think oftentimes I forget that every day, the mere fact that I can breathe is a miracle in and of itself. And for me, running is how I show like my gratitude to God in a way, because I'm like Christian. And what I mean by that is like saying like, God, thank you that I'm able-bodied. And that's like every run I'm like reminded like, dang, I can breathe, I can move my arms, I'm able-bodied, I can run. And that for me is just like why I run. And also because I run from things usually, and running has taught me to like run to God or like address those issues head on. And that's part of why I run, and that's my why. And the second thing I wrote down is going at your own pace and not the pace of others around you. And I think this also applies to life, because when I first started running, there would be people who are running like 6-minute miles, and I'm like over here trying to keep up with them. And that's so like not even like ideal or realistic for a new runner who doesn't really know much about running. Like I heard this quote and I wanted to share it with you all, and it says, a 6-minute mile is still a mile. A 12-minute mile is still a mile. At the end of the day, they're both miles. And hearing that like blew my mind, because I was killing myself to try to keep up with these people. And I'll never, like, no offense, I don't see myself ever running a 6-minute mile. But yeah, going at your own pace and not the pace of others around you. Like maybe someone's here like in life and you're right here, but like you're gonna get there eventually. Stop like trying to do what everybody else is doing. Like do what's best for you and like go at a comfortable pace, not a pace where you're like, because that's not beneficial to you and you'll never grow. And the next one I wrote is to ease into it. And like what I mean by that is resting. And running has taught me that there are steps that you have to take. Because when you this happened to me, I learned the hard way. I just ran a 5K, like barely like stretched, ran, got injured. Like you have to like ease into it. Like in like life too, like you can't just like do something that you have no experience in. Like I could be taking this totally out of context or stretching it, but you wouldn't just get in an airplane and jump out. No, you have to take classes to be able to do that. Just like you wouldn't just teach a yoga class because you may know like 1 or 2 things, like the doggy position or like the tree pose. That's not enough. You need to know all these other things so that when you do like start running more, you'll be able to run further and like have endurance. And it's okay to take walk breaks. You're still a runner. And I feel like a lot of people, they often like will kill themselves or like hurt themselves because they're trying to run for 2 hours straight. Like you can literally walk. It's okay. You're still a runner. We all have to take walk breaks. And personally for me, I've experienced that too, but I've learned over time like it's okay to walk, because I also have asthma. So like I want to also be cautious of that. So like totally take your walk breaks and ease into it and rest, y'all. Like when you don't rest, I think when we have goals, sometimes we just want to reach it all the time, and that's great. Like for me, 5K, I just went straight after that, but I also straight after it, but I didn't really rest in between or like do anything, and that's not always beneficial. You need rest so that way your body can be recovered and like you can really show up for your run, not like you're tired and like lagging. And then the last thing, I think this one is so vital. It sounds like, well, duh. And I never realized how important it was till I started running, and that's breathing. Like, a lot of people who are new to running, myself included, when I first started, you tend to breathe shallower. Like, you're not taking like full breaths, so you're like after a few minutes, but you have to like breathe. You're supposed to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, not. But that's why breathing is so important, because people that can often run for a longer distance and have better stamina when it comes to running or endurance, it's because they have mastered breathing. And it sounds kind of dumb because it's like, yeah, you have to breathe to run, but a lot of us, when we run, like, you breathe out your mouth, but you're supposed to use your nose and then out through your mouth. And there's also different breathing techniques. So breathing has taught me, like, there's so many little things that play into how well we do things, like running. Like, if you don't have proper breathing, you can't run for as long as somebody who does have proper breathing. And yeah, running has taught me, like, there's different little mechanics too. And also, like, the importance of strength training and like training your body, because I think for me, I just literally went out there and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna run. No, I got injured because my glutes were weak, and you have to really build those things up. And thank you again for listening to all these amazing things that I have learned from running. I hope that you're able to apply it to your life. And before I let you go, I wanted to share with you all my favorite running snacks. I'm like super excited to share with y'all. So this one, Go-Go Squeeze, untouchable, y'all. This applesauce, like, especially like when I'm already running late for my run, yeah, I don't really have time to, like, I try not to eat heavy, but like I need something to fill me up. That's the trick. And then, oh my gosh, this, it's like a dessert for me. Like, okay, it's like this Cliff Bar, the Z Cliff Bar. Let's see if you can see it. Yes, this flavor, the iced oatmeal cookie. It's so good. My siblings don't think so. And then also, like, sometimes if I need like some energy on my run, I'll take Fruit Snacks by Annie's. Literally, these and Mott's, my favorite things, and banana for potassium. And yeah, I'm super excited again to be starting this channel, and thank you again for coming along with me on this journey, and I'll see you next time. Stay tuned, friends. Bye. Love y'all.